You may score 95 plus just by practicing in this 10 days for mathematics ICSE. Hey guys, it's Gurun and I hope everyone watching this video are taking care of themselves and welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to provide you everything step by step, like what to do in this gap days, and of course I'm going to talk about physics, chemistry and bio as well, because straight after this gap days of mathematics we have physics, chemistry and biology. And I know many of the students are panicking and many of them have texted me, like they have messaged me about what to do in this gap days. I want to cope up with physics, chemistry and all the stuff. So don't worry, I am back with this video, so watch this video till the end. Before getting into the video, I want to tell you one truth that जिन लोगों ने पहले से ही start नहीं किया है practice करना, like from the beginning of the year, getting 90 plus just by studying in this gap days is possible, but getting 95 plus, it's quite, tough. It is difficult. I'm not saying it is impossible, but it is tough, it is difficult, okay? But do your best and you can of course get 95 plus. It is not impossible at all. So let's get into the video. Okay, for day 1, practice mathematics for 3 to 4 hours, as well as practice physics for 2 to 3 hours according to your convenience. Like whatever time you want to practice, but you have to do it for 3 to 4 hours for mathematics. Okay, now why many of these people or many of the students might be thinking, why physics? Because just go and check your routine. Straight after mathematics we have physics examination, right? So we cannot neglect physics, because if we kept it aside, you might panic for the last 2 days or 3 days before physics exam. We don't want that, so practice side by side. Okay, now for mathematics practice one previous year question paper. It may take approximately 3 hours. Then check your answers. Okay, after checking the previous year question paper that you have solved, check the weakest point, like weakest area where you are weak. If you are weak at algebra, whether you are not getting few questions, focus on those areas and then practice physics. For physics, I do not want you all to practice very hard chapters or very hard, numericals. I want you all to go with the light chapters. For example, force, you have phir, current and electricity, those chapters. Okay, you have to focus on formulas, numericals. That's all for physics as well as for mathematics. Now for day 2 and day 3, you have to practice mathematics for 4 hours and again physics for 3 hours. Remember this very much carefully. And day 2 and 3 focus on algebra of mathematics or any weak chapter that you have got in your previous year question papers when you were solving it. For example, if you are solving algebra and you are solving quadratic equations, you have to go step by step, go with the flow. Okay, practice 20 to 35 questions like of different categories. For example, if you practice questions like 3x squared minus 7x minus 6 is equals to 0, practice another type of question like 4x squared plus x minus 3 is equals to 0, and then practice word problems. Okay, for those students who have been practicing since the beginning of the year, they might solve this problems in just 5 minutes. Now for those students who have started practicing since the gap days, it might take you all like 10 to 11 minutes. That's fine, that is totally fine. Okay, that is what is the difference between getting 90 and 95. Okay, so keep this in mind. Now for day 4, practice mathematics for 3 to 4 hours only. Practice commercial mathematics like compound interest. But remember, nowadays council is setting questions according to your understanding, according to your analysis. It is like not a straightforward question. For example, in compound interest, you get a question like find the difference between compound interest and simple interest, right? So while you are practicing mathematics, do not only focus or do not only depend on the questions that you have in the books. Okay, try to search questions in the internet, try to solve questions from competency based question papers which you have got, which you will get in the internet as well. Okay, focus on those type of stuff. Do not focus on only the direct questions that you used to get before. If you check the question paper of previous years, for example 2025, you might not get many questions which are direct. Okay, like the questions are twisted. So focus on those areas as well while you are practicing mathematics. And then focus on chemistry for 3 hours only. Start with the light chapter, very light chapter. Do not need You need not to go with organic chemistry only. You can practice any other questions, any other chapters, like for example, periodic table, focus on the equations, definitions and all the stuff. Now for day 5 and day 6, focus on geometry. At least practice maths for 4 hours. Now for every question, for every chapter, follow a proper format, because ICSE you will get marks according to your steps. Okay, we have step markings. Like for example, अगर आपका mathematics में आंसर गलत निकला लेकिन आपका step correct था, like कुछ calculation में गलत हो गया, but your steps were correct, you will definitely get marks for that. Okay, so ICSE do not skip some steps like me. Okay, like I had a habit of skipping steps. Okay, so that is why I used to get lesser marks in my mathematics. So you all please do not repeat those mistakes. Okay, whatever time it may take, but write the steps correctly in orderly manner. Then after that, study physics for 3 hours again. Focus on numericals, definitions, as well as one hard chapter. That's all. Now for day 7, focus on mensuration and trigonometry. At least practice for 3 to 4 hours. And while you are practicing, focus on formulas, because trigonometry and mensuration is all about formulae. Okay, you know the position, you understand, you know how to do, but if you are confused like what are the formulas, like which formula to use, you will definitely not be able to solve any question, any problem from these 2 chapters. So please focus on formulas. For example, the formula for total surface area is 2 by r h plus r. You have to automatically know the formulas. Okay, then after that, 3 to 4 hours at least study chemistry. Okay, any chapter of your choice, study chemistry. It may be 1 chapter, 2 chapters, whatever. Now for day 8, focus on statistics and probability. You may think that it is a very easy chapter, but if you do not know the basics, okay, like ये ऐसा चैप्टर है जिसमें बहुत ज़्यादा silly mistakes हो सकते हैं. Like for example, किसी का question, like a question comes from probability and the answer is 3 by 13, but you just threw the pause like 13 by 3. ऐसा होता है ना, कभी कभी formulas उल्टा हो जाता है. So please okay, practice a lot of questions from the statistics and probability, because this is the free marks questions for you all in ICSE examination. You may make careless mistakes, so practice a lot of questions. Now after that, study biology for at least 2 to 3 hours, that much. Okay, if you want to practice mathematics more, you can. Okay, no restriction for that. Now for bio, focus on understanding, focus on diagrams, focus on keywords. Okay, you can choose any chapter of your choice. Now for day 9, focus on mathematics, practice for 3 hours straight. Okay, now take 2 to 3 hours for analyzing like where you are weak or where you are like taking so much of time, where you are wasting a lot of time. Okay, so focus on that as well. Analyze those mistakes. Now for day 10, focus on only polishing the weakest chapter. Okay, do not focus on revising the entire syllabus of mathematics, because it is impossible. You cannot. You may, like revise the formulas, but you cannot practice everything. Whatever you have in the syllabus, you cannot practice in just one day. So focus on the weak chapters. Like many of them find mensuration is weak for them, so focus on that on the last day of your mathematics gap. Maths intelligent का game नहीं है. Like many of the students might be practicing mathematics for the entire year, but if they do not practice for this gap days, they might lose few marks. Okay, so please practice a lot of questions. Now this 10 days may polish you all, and if you are getting 60s to 70s right now, you might end up getting 80 to 90s in your ICSE examination. And while you are practicing, I'm not saying to sit straight for 3 to 4 hours for maths or any other subject. Do take breaks, okay? At least take breaks for 5 minutes or 15 minutes whatsoever. You have the whole day, okay? So do not pressurize yourself, because if you are under pressure, you may not be doing good or you may not be practicing very well. So please focus on that, as well as keep your phones aside. Do not watch so many YouTube videos. If you are not understanding few concepts, go and watch one short video. That's all. And I hope you all will do your best. And I think many of you have done very well in your English and English literature. But if you all have not done very good, like in that level where you are like expecting 90s and all, do not worry, because you have other subjects as well. Okay, do not regret and think about those 2 subjects where you have not done so well, because that is definitely gonna make you discouraged and you won't be, you know, so much energetic to solve and do and get a good marks in other subjects as well. So please feel motivated and start practicing right now. Okay, all the best, all of you. You will do your best, I know, and please comment down after your exam is over, because I want to know how you all did your mathematics examination. And please do comment down if you have any doubts. Okay, I will feel very much happy if you do comment. Okay, so bye bye, meet you in my next video.